So glad you could join me. If you're wondering why the background is looking a lot more sparse than usual, that's because I am currently reorganizing my studio and I haven't yet set up a new, cute backdrop. So it's just the wall today, but I think the stars are pretty cute, so I don't really mind. Just wanted to give you that little update. It's taken me a while to reorganize because I'm disabled and I don't have a lot of energy to do a lot of it at the time. But it's slowly coming along. Anyway, this book tag that I found, it was created by Voyage of a Time Wanderer. It's the Monet book tag. So it has 8 questions based on 8 paintings by Claude Monet. And this is so fun! I found this because I had a video idea that was related to matching books to paintings, and I realized that I would really want to know other people's answers. So I thought, oh, I'll make it a tag. And I wanted to go looking to see if it already existed, maybe. And I couldn't find exactly what I had in mind, so that will probably come up at some point. But I did find this, and I love it. So we're doing it. And it's quite floral and spring themed, so I took that as a chance to throw on the old flower crown and put on my floral jacket and be flowery. The first painting that I'm gonna put on screen is Monet's garden at Vetheuil. I don't know French and I'm really sorry. Monet's home was surrounded by beautiful gardens that inspired much of his art. What is a book with beautiful nature writing that makes you think of spring? And I'm gonna have to say Keats. The poems of John Keats, not all of them have a ton of nature, but many of them do have a lot of nature descriptions and nature imagery. And I mean, look at this cover also for this edition I have. It's very naturey, and I think especially of one of his more famous poems, the one that's like, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." That feels just very spring themed. Painting number 2 is a woman reading. And the question is, now that the weather is warming up, do you like reading outside? Why or why not? I like the idea of reading outside, but I don't actually like it because Gothenburg, where I live, it's on the west coast of Sweden and it's too windy, so the pages blow every which way and it's just not a good time. But I love the idea of it because nature is so calming and tranquil and just nice. But no reading outside for me. Painting number 3 is water lilies and Japanese bridge. So Monet is most famous for his paintings of water lilies. Share a book with water motifs on the cover, or that deals with water or nautical themes. I actually have 2 books for this question. At Swim, 2 Boys by Jamie O'Neill. This is a book that I have on my books I want to reread shelf. I originally read it in 2016 and I liked it a lot and I want to reread it. It is about 2 boys, one teaching the other how to swim, and their relationship. It is gay, and it's historical fiction. It takes place in 1915 and 1916, and it also deals with the political situation in Ireland at the time. And the end of the book is placed during the Easter Rising. And it's not a happy book, but I really loved it. One thing I will say about this one is that the dialogue is very Irish, which took me a little while to get into and get used to, but I didn't find it too much of a hurdle, and I don't think you should let that scare you if you're not Irish, like myself. If you would be interested in reading this, I really want to reread it, and if you want to buddy read, leave a comment, let me know. I would love to buddy read this with someone to like give me a kick in the butt to finally do that reread I want to do. The second water themed book I want to talk about is The Waves by Virginia Woolf. I have it in Swedish translation, but and this I read even longer ago. I actually want to reread this as well. It's a very weird book. It's very stream of consciousness and poetic, and like it's not a book you can pick up and read 2 pages. Like you want to give yourself a chance to get into it and let it wash over you, so to speak. But this is like 10 years since I read this one, so this is definitely a reread candidate as well. But I remember that I really, really loved it when I read it. So also, again, buddy read, anyone? Let me know. Painting number 4 is Rouen Cathedral. Rouen. I don't know. Monet painted a series of this famous cathedral in France. What is your favorite book that prominently features a building? So again, I have 2 books for this that I want to talk about. I'm sorry. The first one that I have physically is White is Bewitching by Helen Oyeyemi. If you know me, you know that Helen Oyeyemi is one of my ride or die authors who I absolutely love reading. And in this book, we have a house that affects the people living in it in various slightly spooky and strange ways. And it's set right on the White Cliffs of Dover, and kind of deals with themes of like racism and immigration. The other one I don't have physically, but it's Night Books by J.A. White. And I listened to this on audiobook, and it was really well read as well. It's an apartment in Night Books. It's not like a house, but the apartment has magical properties that helps the evil witch in it keep our protagonist hostage. And it was just a really cute but spooky, it's a middle grade, it's cute but spooky, and it's about like being weird and staying true to yourself, and a lot about the act of writing, because the main character likes to write spooky stories. That's the Night Books the title refers to. And I really enjoyed it. Painting number 5 is Plums Blossom. Blossoms give the promise of fruit to come. Is there a series that you have recently started or are excited to start that you are hoping will provide a long and fruitful reading experience? The Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. I talked about the first book in the series recently in a video, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I will link to the video above or below somewhere. And I just read the sequel as well. And the sequel felt a bit like filler, but I still really enjoyed it, and I still gave it 4 stars. So I'm excited to see where the series goes, because of course the second book had to end on a cliffhanger. It's like, thanks. Painting number 6 is Sunset on the Seine in Winter. Sunsets signify the ending of day. What is one of your favorite books that has an older protagonist in the sunset of their life? I kind of struggle with this one. A lot of my favorite books have protagonists that are in the middle of their life or early life. But I'm gonna say Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. This is also a book I want to reread, because I read it in 2013, and it's a book I remember very little of, except enjoying it. So I want to get back into it. But it's about a Vietnam War veteran and memories that are maybe not memories. Is it maybe time travel? I'm not sure what's going on. but he is an older protagonist. Painting number 7 is Woman with a Parasol. And because this painting has so much character, the question is to share a book that has beautiful characterization. I had to choose A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, which I also talked about in the same Miss Peregrine video. It probably came to mind because I read it so recently, but the main thing I really loved about it was precisely how the characters were developed and dealt with in their flaws and in their good moments and so forth. It's written with so much love for humanity, and you'll love to see it. So, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. Very much a favorite. We have come to painting 8, Poppy Field, where the question is just find a book on your shelves with flowers on the cover. I'm realizing that I didn't pick a specific one, but I already have Keats. Can I just use Keats again? No, I feel like I've talked for long enough, so it's gonna be Keats again. I really, really adore this cover. I can't find who painted it, but yes. That was the Monet book tag. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again to Voyage of a Book Wanderer for creating this tag. I had so much fun. And anyone who's watching this, if you would like to read any of these 4 books, hit me up for a buddy read. The Waves by Virginia Woolf, Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, White is for Witching by Helen Oyemi, and At Swim, Two Boys by Jamie O'Neill. I really want to reread all of these, so just let me know. Either way, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I also want to shout out my patrons, as usual. Love you guys, you are the best. And until I see you next time, take care. Bye.